Hey buddy, let's browse through 4239 Asbury. As you can see, the roof's in good shape. Painted the railings out. Been kind of cold. Wasn't able to get these porches painted out the way I wanted to, or that siding washed on the front like I would like to. But it's supposed to be warming up, and if we got to come back and do something like that, that's acceptable. It's fine. Um, let's move up. As you can see, we're approaching that garage I talked to you about. Those are going to be the issues with the peeling paint and so on and so forth. But I blew all the leaves out of the backyard and bagged them up and sent them to the city. Okay, and stepping back this way, you've got a newer central air unit right here. These gates, okay, everything is like cattywonkered here. It doesn't shut really, really good, but I've got them so they meet and they will shut. So I don't want to hear anything about the Buckeye boys and their problem. I've painted the railings out. I've got a little bit more painting to do. I ran out of paint yesterday. I'll touch it up today. I've secured the railing. This is the wobble you're going to get. Okay? It's not horrendous. All right? And then this one is solid over here. But that's the best I can do because this back corner has broke off. You can see this railing was sold with the porch and it was all casted in. And I cannot rebuild that concrete on that deal. Coming in the house, I got sure all our doors shut. Pumps in, everybody shuts, everybody moves on. This was where we started. Was all this house needs, according to Jason, was do the basement and put a hot water tank in, and it's all good to go. Well, you know, we'll see. The basement is all been done. Floors are painted out nice. I've come over here. When I got here, of course, there was more things, as I told you about. In this, I've talked to a friend of mine, and that is acceptable. Those aluminum plates, just to keep, anybody from putting their fingers in there and getting a poke. That's fine, and he's an electrician. Over here, take a view at, all your floors painted out, all your walls have been painted, touched up, and everything else. You have a carbon monoxide sensor down here, and we've put the new hot water tank in. Okay. I also took care of their K-Bosch plumbing that was driving me nuts. All these lines from here to here ran over to a water tank or washer system that was here, and that was leaking and dripping and going all the way across the floor. I've buttoned all that up and put those in new lines, capped everybody off. Nobody's leaking. Everybody looks good. This 220 line was just hanging from the ceiling. I've mounted that to the board above the 220 line, so we have hot and cold water. We've got a water drain right over here, and you can use 220, or there is availability for gas if they wanted to take off the bottom of the hot water tank. So with that being said, we're in good shape there. I think the basement come out pretty nice, looks good. Also spent a lot of time down here buttoning up all your wiring, and we removed some can lights and we fixed some can lights. Fixing, putting those in place. Plus I ran all new trim down here, and I also added a new valve here on this side because that was leaking in the process, but not leaking no more. All right, coming up the stairs. By the way, Jason's going to have the carpets cleaned over here. I guess it's $100 or something like that. Cheryl's been in here and doing some cleaning and things like that. We couldn't get really, really intense. I mean, we got intense with the cleaning, but, without painting the whole house and so on and so forth. You can see some little nicks on the walls. A lot of this stuff is going to be hid, by refrigerators and stoves and so on and so forth. That's where they kind of come from. This room did not do much of, just done some cleaning with the fans and the lighting. In here, I had added some trim. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to point to it. All this was wide open and just had insulation. Didn't even know that was happening until we got into the cleaning process. So just before we were getting ready to go. We've got new locks, so we've got keys. They're probably going to have an issue with the gap over here, but there's not a lot I can do with that situation without replacing the door, and that's a $300 to $400 cost. Let's run upstairs first. First off, brand new door here. No panels that are missing. Running upstairs. I've cleaned out this entry area of the attic. There is some missing flooring in there, but when, if they come to you, it's an attic. It's not a living area. It's not even a closet. So, put this vent back on. We've added a little bit of trim around this window casing and so on and so forth, just because we had peeling walls. I know the patch here right in front of you looks bad, but I'm just matching texture and getting things done, just button it up, keeping the cost down. Here's our closet area. Talked to Lucas about this. At the time that he said it wasn't necessary to put any doors on it. You can see it's only about 4.5 foot tall, which would be a real waste of money on closet doors because they'd all have to be cut down. Here's your view of your roof out here. If that gets in photos, that's going to be a problem. Coming downstairs, the two rooms that we wanted to get painted out, we have those all painted out now in our light gray colors and our white trims. And everybody's got their blinds and everything looks nice. All the door handles are in good shape. I put additional screws in, fixed different things, and put it together. And she also painted the closets out in these rooms, which appear very nice. So I think it's a good little rental. And if you can't get $795 out of this, a little crazy. I didn't do much in the bathroom, but I wasn't asked to. One of the issues that they may have is the staining in the bottom of the tub, but it's been scrubbed, it's cleaned, and so on and so forth. It just is, it's rust water. It's hard to clean. Give me a call with any questions. Thanks, bye.